This is the AI News Flash for August 27th, midnight UTC. First up, AWS and NVIDIA announced a major expansion of their partnership, with 2 million additional GPUs to be deployed across 2027 and 2028. The new capacity covers Blackwell Ultra Rubin and Rubin Ultra chips, on top of the more than 1 million GPUs already committed starting in 2026. Of the total, 100,000 GPUs are dedicated to U.S. government AI factories for federal and national security workloads. NVIDIA's ARM-based Vera CPU infrastructure is coming to AWS, and new EC2 G7 instances with RTX Pro 4500 Blackwell deliver 4.6 times the AI inference performance of the previous generation through NVLink Fusion and custom high-bandwidth memory. NVIDIA will also integrate with AWS's own Trainium chips. On the software side, Nemotron open models arrive on Bedrock and SageMaker, and QVS makes vector indexing 9 times faster at a quarter of the cost. CEO Jensen Huang said demand is running ahead of every forecast. Next, neurosurgeons at the National Hospital for Neurology and Neurosurgery in London performed the world's first successful AI-assisted operation to remove a brain tumor. The patient, 48-year-old Reese Hibbert, was diagnosed in 2024 with an 11mm tumor on his pituitary gland. His hormone imbalance and vision problems had worsened, and without surgery, he faced going blind. The operation took place in May. The AI system, with technical lead Dr. Sophia Bano, an associate professor in robotics and AI at UCL, was trained on hundreds of surgical videos during the operation. It analyzed live camera footage in real time, color-coding nerves and blood vessels to avoid, while the surgical team remained in full control. The surgery succeeded, the patient's vision was restored, and he returned to work within a week. The procedure is part of a clinical trial funded by the National Institute for Health and Care Research, marking a major step for AI in the operating room. Third, NVIDIA shares jumped nearly 5% in extended trading after an early dip following earnings, and Reuters reports Wall Street's AI obsession is far from over. Second quarter revenue hit $96.2 billion, up 106% year over year, and guidance of about $108 billion for the current quarter came in well above forecasts. The company projects 70% revenue growth next fiscal year, saying the constraint is supply, not demand. Behind the numbers, major customers Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Meta are projected to spend around $800 billion a year on AI infrastructure, nearly double last year's level. The CFO, Colette Kress, pushed back on circular financing concerns, calling the investment support for once-in-a-generation companies during a major computing platform transition. Fourth, chip design software giant Synopsys raised its annual forecasts on the back of AI-driven demand. The third quarter revenue was $2.48 billion, with adjusted earnings of $3.91 per share, both beating estimates. Full-year revenue guidance rose to between $9.69 and $9.74 billion, with EPS guidance lifted to as much as $15.10. CFO Shela Glaser said growth is underpinned by a strong design environment, and the main thing driving it is AI, beyond chip makers investing in advanced semiconductors. Tech giants like Amazon and Alphabet building in-house chips are also boosting demand for design software. The design IP business, a recent concern, returned to year-over-year growth. Still, shares slipped about 2% in extended trading. Fifth, Deep Cogito, a startup building self-improving AI models, raised a $43 million Series A. TQ Ventures led the round, joined by Benchmark, Nexus Venture Partners, Atreides Management, South Park Commons, and Zscaler, bringing total funding above $56 million. The company was founded in 2024 by 2 former Google employees. Its latest model, Cogito V2.1, released in November, is a 671 billion parameter open model the company describes as ahead of any other U.S. open model, with lower token usage than comparable reasoning alternatives. The core technique, called IDA, scales up compute while processing prompts, then analyzes output quality improvements to refine the model itself. It also uses process supervision, grading individual reasoning steps rather than only final answers, and Zscaler is both an investor and a platform customer. That's all for this AI News Flash.